You want to be an IT pro, so you must have all of these tools. Remote monitoring management, remote access, patch.
You should be able to connect with the default settings, but click Serial down here, and you can view and edit the default settings for the serial connection. Note that these settings match the defaults on Cisco devices, so you'll probably never have to change them, but it's good to be aware of them and try to remember them for the test. The speed, also known as baud rate, is 9,600 bits per second. There are 8 data bits, and 1 stop bit. Understanding data bits and stop bits is outside of the scope of the CCNA, but basically it means that for each 8 bits of data, 1 stop bit is sent to mark the end of the 8 bits. Parity is set to none. Parity is used to detect errors. And finally, flow control is set to none. Flow control is exactly what it sounds like, controlling the flow of data from transmitter to receiver. But again, you don't have to worry about the details for the exam. Just remember Cisco's defaults. Speed of 9,600 bits per second, 8 data bits, 1 stop bit, no parity, and no flow control. Once you connect to the device, you will be greeted with a screen like this. Since this is the first time booting up the device, I am asked if I would like to enter the initial configuration dialog, and I answer no. Then I press the Enter key to get started, and now I'm free to type commands into the CLI. When you first enter the CLI, you will by default be in what's called User Exec mode. User Exec mode is indicated by the greater than sign next to the hostname of the device. Note that the default hostname for this device is router. The text displayed here always indicates the hostname of the device. All devices have a hostname, and for a Cisco router, the default name is router. User exec mode is very limited. Users can look at some things, but can't make any changes to the configuration. Usually, you don't do anything in this mode. You also might hear it called just user mode. So let's move to a mode with a little more power to make changes to the device. If you enter the enable command in user exec mode, you will be placed in privileged exec mode. In privileged exec mode, a pound sign or hashtag, whatever you want to call it, is displayed. Privileged exec mode provides complete access to view the device's configuration, restart the device, etc. This is not the mode in which you actually change the configuration. However, you can change the time on the device, and also save the current configuration file, among many other things. This is a comparison of the commands available in user exec mode on the left and privileged exec mode on the right. Also, I'm taking these screenshots from Cisco Packet Tracer software. Privileged exec mode provides Packet Tracer is a network simulator. Access to view the device's configuration. It is a fantastic resource for the CCNA, but it is limited beyond the CCNA. There are many things which Packet Tracer doesn't support. So if I were to show these commands on a real device, you would probably see even more commands available here. I want to repeat, however, that Packet Tracer is an excellent resource for the CCNA, and you don't really need to use anything else for your CCNA. One more thing. Notice the command I used to view the available commands. You can use a question mark to view the commands that are available to you. Now I want to show you a convenient feature of the CLI. That is the tab key. In the sample output here, notice the first line says EN, the second says enable, and then I entered privileged exec mode. Well, if you press tab, the CLI will automatically complete the word for you and display the complete word on a new line. However, another convenient thing is that you don't even need to complete the command. Here I just typed EN and hit enter, and I was brought to privileged exec mode. This can really save you a lot of typing when you're entering many commands.
You want to be an IT pro, so you must have all of these tools: remote monitoring management, remote access, patch